honestly, I'm still very cautious because that Samoan pack. We talk about the England pack. You know, we've already mentioned Paolo, Josh Papali. You know,
But I'm asking Gailey that question.
I think the packs. I know Jimmy's mentioned the half backs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not discrediting the England pack at all, but I'm telling you that Samoan pack when I saw them collisions.
I'd have our pack.
Yeah, and what I'm asking Gailey that, but what my opinion's changed. I've changed last week. I think England will get to this final before that Samoa Tonga game was played, because I just think that Victor Radley is doing such a good job of helping. Like, I worry that all the games so far we've had more better balls. So George and Jack are like brilliant. You know, I'm worried that all front foot, and you know it's a dream, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm worried that if we're in a game where it's 50-50 and the packs are more balanced, does Luai create more than these two? But I think Victor Radley has created so much with the forwards and creating play.
You're probably not mentioning I think Joe pulled me up in it. We're all mentioning
the other half.
The other half. He come back to some type of form.
Milford.
Milford was most rated fullback for 6 years in NRL. Then he got a flamboyant player. Originally, he was a fullback, played fullback, but then he put the beef on and he's slowly made into an halfback. If you look at him now, he's been slaughtered again. We'll go back to Tom, but he's had more boot in Australia, Milford. Yeah. In fact, let's all be honest, he's been touted over here for the last 2 years, and there haven't been that many takers because they didn't think he's got. He was sensational in qualifying.
His defence were out unreal.
He was unbelievable. Line speed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just think I think Mick's right. We've all got to be careful.
Yeah.
And we'll go to other semi-finals.
I'm just being cautious.
I've never been more confident in England. I honestly, I've never been more confident in England.
I am, and it grows every week. It grows. As I said, I just spoke with Whitehead this morning, and I said, and he said, I told you. And they were training like that, and we need belief. And look, they've been fantastic, but we still have to do it on Saturday.
Yeah. Right. Sorry. Last point, I'll lead into my prediction. I think Gailey touched on it just before we went on air. I just think we'll be more relentless for the full game. I think Samoa are going to have that drop off for 10 minutes or 15, and I don't think we will.
Never.
And I think that'll be the difference. I think they'll get a bit tired. They'll miss a tackle. I don't see anyone in that England team missing tackles.
No. I think the fullback, if he carries an improvement in the 2 games, he scares me. He'd be the one. And again, I'm quite critical and I'm quite, and I should have held back a bit because they've just got off the plane, like Mick said.
Yeah.
You should show more. You should use your brain a bit more, which I just couldn't believe how raw he was. But I tell you what,
he's been offered 10 million to go to Union.
That last half an hour, he was running ball in like a prop, and he made that clean break, and there were 2 of them holding his legs. And I thought, if this kid's just beginning to get into that 2nd, 3rd gear, it could be the player they're all saying over there. It's the most sensational
They'll need more than one though, won't they?
Yeah, but they've got it, haven't they? We've just looked down here, looking at the list, Luke.
So you're back in Samoa?
Every single player apart from Levi plays in NRL, so the stock's good.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to give me a prediction now, and I am the man who's got it right so far.
And he's never got more than a few right in a row, so get ready.
He's on a roll. Am I going first?
Yeah.
Right. As I said, I was being cautious. I was not underestimating Samoa because, you know, don't underestimate how much that's taken out of the tank as well.
That's a great point.
Matt Parrish, he's put the media ban up, which is absurd.
Has he?
He's put the media ban up, yes.
Genius bit of Wayne Bennett, that. Wayne Bennett.
No one is doing any press. No one is doing any press.
He made us all in the final. Come out. We got to the final, we beat Tommy. He said, lads, if you ever get interviewed, I just want you to say how good Australia are and just say we've got no chance in winning. They were genius, yeah. Just keep talking about all the greats for Australia. Look, they've got Cooper Cronk, look, they've got... and just don't mention that we've got a chance. Genius, really. Yeah. But in the room, we were just that confident.
I've got England to win. I think it's going to be an almighty battle royal. It goes without saying we're not going to see a 60 points to 6. No. Can I just say, if we do, I'll do the show next week naked. That might put a few off. No. That might put a few off.
Unsubscribe, quick.
No. That's gonna force people to unsubscribe.
Well, if you just wear,
I tell you what, I think we've got more straight followers than bisexual and homosexual. I'll pay for a model to do the show naked in a bikini. No, look.
Want to get on
a serious note. I've got England by about 14.
Right.
England by 14. I think it is going to be a battle royal. It'll be not quite as physical and as demanding as that Tonga-Samoa game was, because that literally was, let's get the kitchen sink out, empty the cutlery drawer, let's just throw everything at each other. I think you're right, Jimmy. I think our forward pack, it might take a while, be a war of attrition at the Emirates, but we'll just ever so slightly win that battle, and that'll allow Wellesby and Williams to hopefully do their stuff. But in terms of a score, England 32, Samoa 18. 14-point win.
Go on, Craig.
I think it.
Do you want to go last, Craig?
I don't think it'll be anything crazy.
Well,
I don't think it'll be high scoring. I think it's going to be points at a premium. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Well, me and you have been freakishly similar with our predictions so far, and it's not changing. I've got 24-12 England. I think we'll get that extra try when they get tired.
Yeah.
Near end of the first half, maybe that 65-70 minute mark, and I think we'll win by 2 tries.
And it wouldn't surprise me if half of England's predicted 30 odd points, what I'm saying they get, if that comes in a 5-10 minute window when Samoa are fatigued and they've given away a couple of 6 games. But yeah, that's what I've got. An England win. We're off to Old Trafford, baby.
I just honestly can't see us being beat. I'd almost go by a little bit more, whether everything sticks or I just honestly can't see us being beat. So I honestly think we'll put 20 points on.
Nice.
It might not be the flashiest game, everything's just been brilliant for England, but I just can't. Everywhere I look at it, I do think it'll be tighter, but
if you're Matt Parrish, Luke, you're watching that start against Papua New Guinea, because the one thing Samoa don't want is England to get that roll on and starve them of possession. I mean, that stat.
Have you given that stat yet?
I only saw the stat when I got home, and it was like England had made 900 and some metres.
650 and they made 49 in half.
I think the one thing, and we mentioned it earlier, the roles have absolutely reversed. Everyone coming into this tournament were talking how good Samoa were. Yeah. Everyone on Samoa. England went under radar. It's completely reversed. Samoa have got a free shot at it because they got pumped by 60. They got pumped by what score was it? 60. Last time they played, they have got a free shot at it, which will work in their favour. But I just think they're too good.
And it's 10 points on the handicap as well. That's how the bookies are seeing it.
That's a good.
You mentioned
we're not allowed to bet, but I would say England cover that.
Yeah,
you mentioned what Bennett said in 2017. Can you understand what Matt Parrish is doing then with the Samoan players?
Brilliant, because all they're doing in camp now is England are going to be, all they're talking about is England are going to be that confident, they're going to go in overconfident, they're going to go, we're just under radar, we're going to come in, we're going to ambush them. That's what they'll be talking about. Wayne, mark my words, will not let them rest on the laurels now. Wayne will be going, boy, it'll probably be their most intense week of the whole tournament, and I expect it to be Samoa's as well. But Wayne is saying all them things that look, don't rest on your laurels. We're not taking them lightly, and they will left no stone unturned going in this game. Go on, the man himself.
England by 12, England by 20, England by 14. Over to the Mystic Craig.
Well, I'd rather be called the man in the form, Templegate.
Man in form, Templegate.
I'm scared, because I said to you last week I thought this would happen and that Samoa had come for England, and I think since that first game they took such a battering in the press about how they come over, that seething, and I think that Tonga victory, there's a lot of we want England in this is the game of their lives. I think as much as these lads have played in NRL, this England game in our country in front of 60,000 is the biggest game any of them would have. I mean, it's disrespectful to that with Origin and NRL, but I think for the country like Samoa to get in a final, it could be the biggest point.
I think you're right. I think it means it's probably not on that level, but that means more. Look at the Tongan semi-final.
Yeah,
I honestly think you said great.
So I think that this is what they wanted from when they did take a lot of stake. My God, they got it in that first game. That Parrish, I got 5 texts off coaches going, typical Matt Parrish, to everybody will put it boot into him. This siege mentality getting through that Tonga game, I think they're hardened now. This is a different game. Stephen Crichton, I thought that first game, I was like, I can't believe this is the kid who we've been watching for 3 years. He made half a break. It looked like he was in quicksand. He didn't look like it this time. He didn't look like it. It's like they're slowly building. They've had the big hard game against Tonga. We've had an easy game against Papua New Guinea. This, for me, goes straight into their favour. I think it's going to be a lot closer, lads. I think it's nip and tuck with 5 minutes to go.
Wow.
I think it is, honestly, and I think my favourite player in the world is Jerome. He's the one who I think...
How do you say it?
I can't say it. I call him Lulu, I have to kind of... But
shocking, isn't it?
I really... He just does it. Whatever he's got, it's for me. And if you look, we don't even mention people who are coming into form. Marty Tapau. I mean, he's been a brilliant player in RL. He's just coming into form. I'm looking at Aris Levita. You've got, I can't even say half at names, Mick's better than me at that. These are Kafusi. These have got absolute, again, we've wrote Milford off. The form hooker in our comp this year has been the Huddersfield hooker. Levi. He's been better than Mickey McCorum this year, to talk honest.
Very good player.
So Mickey's good. I think we've got the conditions. Right, what you're saying is a brilliant play. I didn't think that for 1 minute. We want the fast play, so this might suit them more than us. Great play. Neither have got a great kicking game in bad conditions, in my opinion. From deep, they might get a show kicking game.
Well, George, to be fair, that's a great point. And you'll have to against Aussies because you'll be kicking from the 40. This is George and the halves. They've all kicked from every kick's an attacking kick. We're making 100 metres every set, so George can land it. Again, if we get through this game, and even in this game, there's going to be some long kicks. Unless our forwards are that good, which...
Well, some do that. But I think they'll go down I think... This is only me, and I'm not... I'm only trying to... This is a honest show, and I don't want that bloke who clips it up and says headline. I think
you're going to get that anyway, son.
Tomorrow I'm going to wake up, agent says game in balance.
Don't. It upsets me that. I think they're going to down our right edge a bit. And then wherever Jamon is, they're going to come for us, and they're going to get some joy, and they're going to keep going down it. We've got to defend well on that right edge, because I think that's where they're going. Honestly,
who's our right edge? Carl Watkins?
No, I think it's...
it's Dom and
Our right edge is Carl,
and who's the back rower?
Herbie Farnworth.
No, that's our left edge. John Bateman.
So you're kind of saying here that your prediction at the start that you were worried about Dom Young's defence. You think that's going to...
I don't want to get that because that's one blind rubbish thing.
No.
We don't speak honest tomorrow. They will test Dom like you've never seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They see it as that.
What England haven't had is tests everywhere.
100%.
And Dom Young's going to have the hardest defensive...
Like you won't believe.
Yeah.
Yes. It'll crank up.
That's a fair comment.
Yeah,
and I think they've seen now, you've had more time to look at each other. You've had a boxing fight, you've already had a fight. Usually the underdog's better in the second fight of any fight because he's learnt a bit more. These will come for it. I honestly believe it's going to be down to 4 points. We've got a box at Old Trafford. We've got to get England there because I'm looking to double my money. We need England there. We need England in that
fight.
final.
Come in, son.
Well, for doing this, you've got a chance. I think we've got...
Hang on. What's this about?
I know, I didn't want to say it.
What's this about a box at Old Trafford?
He's all over like
I told everybody.
What's this about a box at Old Trafford?
We've ordered a box. We need England there to that. Listen,
we'll be there.
It's not saying with Samoa and think it's on my heart. We've done Jerusalem. We've wore the shirts from the start. We're all England. Wayne is Barmy Army. This is... Listen, whoever gets through, you know my feelings on them Aussies. That's enough.
Craig, I'm worried. You've gone from 6 points now in the space of 5 minutes to 4 points. If we talk another 5 minutes, does it go down to 2?
Honestly, we'll definitely not drop kick. This is going to be a close game. I'm telling you, because it's cup rugby as well. And if you look at us, we've said earlier on, we've got a good running game this time. Luke's addressed how much strike we've got. We have. But that's different when it don't come off and they're going to punish you and get a bit of... They got no field position last time. Yeah. The kick chase were crap. The defending were crap. They were penalty. I think everything they've learned, and I just got a feeling they're going down that right. I just think they're going to...
So are you going England by 4 or Samoa?
England by 4.
Yeah, England by
just
4.
My heart has to tell me that.
Yeah. Just a quick one for Gale. Gale, you've played many games, but as a player, can you relate to what Samoa are going through where you've played I'm trying to think from your Castleford or even
Well,
your Bradford days where you play a team early doors in the season and you've been absolutely and you've been absolutely
opposite.
and you've been absolutely.
No, you've hammered Leeds and then
It'd be on the shoe is on the other foot.
Would it be 2017? Was it a Thursday night when Leeds had young Jordan Lillies and Cam Smith's out and I think it was
they beat him 4 times.
I suppose that year we did it the complete opposite. So we did it where I think we played Leeds 3 times that year. I think we put 40 points all 3 games. We got to a grand final, and a bit like I'm saying, there's no way they could have beat us that night. It was a rainy day. Danny Maguire, last ever Leeds Rhinos game, and they come and played the exact same game that they do in the grand final, and we tried playing a real expansive way and we got hammered. I could never have Leeds beating us. No one could that year. So I suppose when you look at it like that, look, I think Winnie'd be a great bloke to just say, look boys, we've done nothing yet. He'll be saying all the right things, but all the points are great points. That what Samoa have done, siege mentality is in like, we're going to ambush them. They're already thinking they're in final, and it's great. It makes for a great game. Like Craig said, it's a great point. The rematch of any game, the second game, is always first thing. White had said today, I said, "Fuck you, boy." Sorry, swearing. You boys have looked good. He goes, yeah, but first thing he said, it'll be harder this week. Do you know they're already? And that's Wayne back of his. That's Wayne already telling boys it's going to be a lot harder this week. So yeah, he won't let me blow him up, and he actually went, "What? Yeah, I've been quite good." I went, "No, Elliot, team, not you. You've been awful." He said, "But yeah, it makes for a great game, doesn't it? It makes for a. I'm honestly so excited to watch England.
Does it? How big a factor, in your opinion, that we've not had a tough game yet?
Yeah,
is that they've had a tough game? One argument is, yeah, but we said last week, they could be bruised and battered, they took it all out of him, whereas we've cruised. With Wayne, it doesn't bother me, because you think he's going to get me the mindset that they're up for
right,
everything.
I'll put it to you, right? So, you say you want a tough game. In fact, it was a great one. Flightline won the Breeders' Cup at weekend. Now, someone said, he's never been in a battle. Trainer said, I don't want him to be a battle, I want him to still win by 20.
And he did.
And he did, yeah. But would you rather go into a semi-final playing scratchy, winning 13-12 against Papua New Guinea, or would you rather put 60 on? Because I know which I'd rather do.
Yeah.
I'd rather put 60 on and feel fantastic. England's confidence now will be there.
Yeah.
Still feet on the ground, because Wayne won't allow that. But I know which I'd rather be.
Definitely.
Rather scrape through a PNG and say, that were bad, plenty to work on. Or put 60 on.
I suppose I mean more going back to that. The fact we've not been in poor field position and the halves haven't had to create something from not being on the front foot. But I suppose that's why.
We'll yeah, but then George is thinking. George ain't got no bad thoughts in him, has he? He's thinking, I'm playing unreal.
Yeah.
I'm playing so free. Or would you rather? I've been average this tournament. I've been kicking from my own 40. Yeah. Again, I know which I'd rather be. Yeah. Do you know? And I get what you're saying. We've not been tested, but we'll get tested this weekend and we'll come out the other side.
I agree.
And one thing what you said, Jimmy, which I think could potentially make it a lot closer, is when you look at Jerome and Milford against Wellesby Williams, if the England forwards aren't getting in that field position and you're having to kick from deep, you know.
Samoa's forwards won't get him in that field position.
Wow, that's a big call, Luke.
It is a big call, but I would say
middle third.
Our line speed is on. Papali looks average again first game. I know they've just got off a plane. Victor the Inflictor, line speed, absolutely nailed. You know what? And we haven't mentioned this. He went after Papali in that first game. Went after him. It was game over after 8 minutes. Every time Papali got ball, he absolutely nailed him. Game over.
Victor's
he'll do it again.
He's going to be a key man this game.
He'll do it again. I won't ever have Papali running at me. So I can't say this.
I don't want to be accused of sitting on fence, but I've listened to you, Gailey, and I'm now going to put England by 18. I'm going a bit more further out.
I'm getting these predictions. You ain't got one right.
I get it wrong every Sky,
Joe,
you
we
have
need your prediction, England Samoa.
No, you're going to come and go.
All right.
I'll spot with you. Sam? Come on, Joe, we'll get in. Vote last bit.
Hey, I've slaughtered him. He's gone and got his fucking.
Well, welcome back to the full 80 minutes on Show Me the Money Rugby League TV. We've had another set swap change here, and Show Me the Money has come on with some youthful exuberance, and he's given his old man.
And he's brought a notepad. So
It's business.
Craig's knackered. He's off for a lie down. We've all tipped England. Joe, over to you. England
you've tipped
against
England from
Samoa.
start of tournament, I do believe, haven't you?
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah,
Appreciate that. Get me. Yeah, I've said England final. I think nothing's going to change. I'll disagree with that. I've just stood there listening to you all. You've all died. I think, Luke, rightly so. I think you've influenced everyone. You've pushed everyone to England winning more strongly. I'm gonna go again. I think it'll be close, and I'm gonna go England by 6.
You're with your dad.
I think we're going to start fast, fresh, early. I think we're going to take the lead, and I think from what showed in that quarter-final game is that they can come back. This Samoa team, they can fight, they can get the yardage. Taylor May showed up now. Crichton looked better. Toto looked unbelievable. They're all on fire. Suaalii in full, but I think they'll come fighting back. We'll dominate them, as you've all said, in the props, in the second rowers, in the 13. But I think they'll just slowly get away, and they've got the speed. They've got that top end speed. If they break clear, love Sam, amazing in attack. But I don't think Big Sam's catching them if they break clear. So I think they'll catch us up, and we'll scrape it at the end final.
So you think it's going to be a bit of a war of attrition?
War of attrition. I think we'll go ahead by 12 in the first half. I'm getting in depth here. I think we'll go ahead by 12 in the first half, something like that, and then they'll score 1/2, and then
tight game. Which in a semi-final of a World Cup, you'd half expect, wouldn't you? And it should be, shouldn't it? It should be a close game.
Well, you look back to the semi-final you played against Tonga.
That were like chalk and cheese, and it were like we were all. I think I actually even thought with about 10 minutes ago, oh God, this has been quite easy. It was only 18-0.
18-0, yeah.
And Tamalolo bouncing across line and he'd done nothing all game. There's a famous picture. He hands me off. My feet are about 3 foot off the floor. Goes 80 yards, 2 Lola here under sticks, and that started the onslaught. And you just the crowd got on back of them, and we just could never get back into the game. And look, we got a decision at the end. But yeah, it was. Should we not have got that decision, mate?
you know, I don't want to open old rooms. But if I'm being brutally honest.
But it was a fantastic game. But they were never in the game. But that probably again a bit of nerves, a bit of a semi-final of a World Cup should be like that. And we all hope it is. I'm probably being a bit overconfident, say. But
I think I am as well.
But it should be a tight game. So Joe's got a tight game. England
tight game with us just pulling just keeping ahead, just slowly keeping ahead. I think that's my vision.
Do England? We've seen England pile points on and play free and try and score a lot of points. In a game like this, you know, a really big semi-final, do they try and score as many? Do they change the way they play?
No, because what's impressed me, it's not even, they've not gone looking for it. All they've done, we mentioned the middles. Wingers have been sensational as well. Dom Young's always on from foot. Tory Makinson's been doing this now for so many years. They've just gone bang, bang, bang. A nice early shift through Radley.
Yeah.
Find our centre. We've not actually gone.
We're not throwing it around, Scott.
How many times have we seen a mad offload or we're actually just playing within ourselves?
The system.
Yeah.
And we on a really good day, we could score 40. It's not like we're not going into this thinking, let's just try and get 24 6.
No,
anything could happen.
Yeah, I think if we do, Jim, we'll lose.
Yeah, you just want them to play. And I think that the best thing,
too good at that.
the most impressive thing for me is the balance of the team. We mentioned it a few times. They just look so good all across the field with his middles, with his shifts, and all real. It's not being forced. None of it's being forced. It just looks smooth as.
Yeah.